conditions where the water is really churned up and murky, they're also going to see the silhouette of this. 9 times out of 10, the bigger fish take my darker fly.
Is that an 8-weight?
This is an 8-weight. I'll cover that too. For shooting head setups, I use 8-weight rods. 2 purposes. You're tackling big fish. Second purpose is you're trying to cut through big wind. So you want to make it as easy on yourself as you can. With the indicator nymphing setup, I'm using a 5-weight. All I'm doing really is roll casting. You know, I'm just flop casting it out there, putting it just past the shelf and letting it drift with the wind. So I really don't need too much of that power. Plus, sometimes I just want to be sporty and see what I can do with something a little bit lighter.
How far are you casting?
You can, like I said, during this time right here, you can cast 10 feet in front of you. But I like long casts of 60 feet in. You know, it's a proven theory with me and with a lot of people that the longer your presentation stays within the water column, the more fish are subject to see it. And the longer it gives the fish to be sent over the edge to say, hey, you know what, I'm taking this.
They are out there.
Oh, they're out there. Yeah, they're out there. They're in. I mean, they fluctuate during different periods of the day, during different temperatures. I've caught them shoot on 100 at the end of a 100-foot cast, as far as I could shoot it. You know, I've tossed a conventional setup out there as far as I could go and almost and caught them way out. So you know, they're in different places at different times, but for the most part, this time of year, you're going to find them right off the shelf. Or, you know, they're finding cover there, and they're finding escape to deeper water in case they're a threat. And you're also, like I said, you're going to look down and you're going to see them right now investigating your ladder, trying to figure out what's going on. It's a keep it simple fish rod. And the best advice I can give you is to just hunker down and keep plugging. You know, you're gonna catch fish, especially this time. The other thing I forgot to cover is they're not, you know, they don't allow any scents there. So make sure that your P's and Q's are covered there.
You don't allow any what?
You don't allow any scents. It's all artificial, no bait.
Stay small. It's just that initial motion that you're using.
Paiute Bob and the Indians can see it. I'll guarantee you that. Additionally, I have the greatest success on that lake when the wind, however light it might be, is pushing to your face. All of us have experienced that. You know, when the wind is pushing to your face, obviously that means that whatever forage is in the water is being pushed towards you. If you're fishing the other side of the lake and the wind is going opposite of you, it's pulling out, well, that's creating a current within the water, which is taking whatever forage might be there and putting it to the other side of the lake. Big fish that want to eat are going to follow the food. So whenever you choose your area, choose an area where the wind is coming in. And I've got a lot of success sometimes with a point where it comes out like this and the wind is coming this way and the point comes like this and it coves up right here. You know, anything gets pushed up to this side. Really big fish in here really like big structures. So you can find any place. If you can talk to a boat guy that you know and say, hey, what do you see down there? And he tells you there's a couple of big boulders down there, do not pass up on that. There's going to be a big fish, big fish, 13, 14 pounds hiding behind that structure. Get out as close to it as you can. Get up on that ladder and cast it.
But my problem's not feeling it. I'm feeling everything. I'm doing okay with the feel.
For the standard conventional guys that don't want to fish and fly or it's too windy, just like fishing spinning nets. Spoons, anything in frog pattern. This frog pattern is an absolute killer because these are the basic coloration of the two each other. What you're going to do with this is you're going to cast it out. You're basically going to let it sink and you're going to bring it back and jig it through the water column as you're bringing it back. And that's going to come up and cover, you know, an area of the water column wherever the fish might be sitting. Generally, we find the fish sitting, no matter where they're sitting at. If we got a buddy out there with a fish finder, he says, okay, they're at 30 feet, suspended at 5. Generally, that's a pattern we've been seeing. They usually suspend at 5, no matter if they're 30 feet or or 70 feet out. Okay? So you want to get up through there and have that lure cover all of that water column until you get bit. Once you get bit, you log that in your little memory bank and you say, okay, that's where I got bit at before. I'm going to repeat that same action. Same thing goes with the way you're going to strip on your shooting head when you're stripping in your beetle. So you're going to vary those retrieves. Strip, strip, strip. Sometimes you're going to do this. Sometimes you'll do that. Whenever you get a strike, log that in your memory banks. What did I do at that portion of time to send that fish over the edge? Was it a short? Was it a long? Was it one long but slow? So just log that, figure out what you did, and continue to repeat those actions, and you'll have a fantastic day. The other way we fish it is the Paiute Bob rig. This was invented by Bob Burns of the Paiute tribe. And this is a way for the conventional guys to fish the fly as well and be just as successful, if not more successful than we are, because you can get out there further, cut through the wind more. If you've got a high wind, use a 3/4 ounce sinker, sliding bead to protect your knot, swivel, barrel swivel. Generally, I use 5 foot. Well, what size is the line? I don't go anything under 10 pounds. These are big fish, and they, at the end of it, they like to do this thing we call an alligator roll. Alligator roll to try to get you off there. But yeah, if you have periods of high wind, at least 1/2 ounce to 3/4 ounce weight. And this effectively is doing the same thing that the shooting head is, but it, a lot easier. So it's on the ground, and you're pulling it, and you're using your reel to strip. And it's going like this, and it's floating up. And it's going like this, and it's floating up. And nine strikes out of 10 are going to come on that float up, in my experience. On your retrieves, with the conventional rod, so I cast it out there. I stand there. You can cast out from the ladder if you want to. You can wade in if you want to. I like the ladder because it gives me casting confidence, and it gets me out of the cold water. Even with waders on, 47, 48, 50, 51 degrees, it gets to your bones after a while. So use the ladder, get up out of the water, even if you're using a conventional rod. You can see what's going on too. So if you see a fish chase this, and he comes up and he doesn't want to take it, well, you can leave it there and taunt him, kind of like a striper. If you're fly fishing for stripers, you can taunt him right up to the boat, and sometimes they'll just go bananas and come in. That's what you want to do. So if you're on that ladder, you can see that. If you're down and the water's up to here, you're not going to see that. So anyway, you're going to cast it out as far as you can get it, count it down to the bottom, wait till it's on the bottom, and you're going to reel and bury your retrieves. So visualize in your head, I'm this bug. What am I doing in the water due to what I'm doing to my reel? So I'm going to reel, stop, reel, stop. I'm going to reel, stop. And then for a little while, stop. And figure out the same thing as with stripping, what it is that you're doing to this reel that's creating what action to your bug that makes the fish go over the edge. Right, I don't go under 10 pounds. On the shooter, the old timers out there will tell you, don't even use tippet material. Just run 10-pound peel all the way, nail knot from the tip of the shooting head on out. We use 0x tapered to 1x. I won't go any lower than that. You're gonna cry. You're gonna lose. Those fish will bulldog you, and they will alligator roll, and you will lose a really big fish. And you will cry about it because.
Thanks for bringing it up.
So go on the safe side. I mean, if you think it's not strong enough, then it ain't, and fix it. No, those fish are not leader shy. It's like I said, it's a no frills, no nonsense, basic fishery. All you have to do is know what to use, know